Let's talk about biotech.
Yeah.
So, very important news came out today that there's an Alzheimer's. It's not a drug where it completely cures it, but it slows down the progress of
Hmm.
Alzheimer's. Still, like a long way to go. But it's the first drug that has gotten approved for Alzheimer's in
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very, very. If anybody's ever been affected with that, I had grandfather and grandmother that both suffered from that. So that's a very that's a tough one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So that's good news. Hopefully, that's something that can help people because if you ever seen somebody that suffers with that, it's a very tolling.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with. So hopefully, from a medical standpoint, from a humanitarian standpoint, hopefully they do actually make some improvements with that because that's something that there really has been no improvements made since forever. Um, but also from the investment side of things, biotech is something that we've talked about on this show several different times.
Hmm.
IBB talked about that
XBI.
6 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
KG.
ARKG.
Yep.
Um,
BNGO.
yeah, so IBB was up $5 today.
Hmm.
So biotech, regardless of anything, I mean, we don't buy stocks, we don't buy investments just based off of news. That's not something that we are into because we're more solid investors long term. We want to really teach fundamentals, but this is just like good news on the biotech field. But I say that to say biotech, in my opinion, is something that is only going to go up in the next 10 years, not only because of Corona, not only because of this. It's something that if you really study the space,
Hmm.
it makes complete sense. And we talk about technology so much. So the combination of technology and medicine, which is biotech, it's kind of a no-brainer that this is a space that will see substantial growth, I think, in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. And this is why we always say do your research. So probably around 6:30 this morning, I had read the article that this was going to happen. Biogen was going to make this announcement. And so
Hmm.
when the market opened at 9:30, the stock was trading, I'm looking at it now, was trading at $280. By 11 o'clock, right? By 1 o'clock, actually, the stock had jumped up to $458.
Mm.
So that's when we talk about do your research, do your research. You wake up, you hear that news. Not that you're going to invest on the news, but if you believe in biotech, if you were in that investment, you know something positive is happening. This is a game changer for the biotechnical field. This could obviously be a home run as far as an investment. And at one, I mean, I think it was up 57% at its high today.
Yeah.
And so we watched all those positions that we had. We watched the ARKG go up today. We watched IBB go up today. We watched BNGO go up today on the news of something that is sort of related because it's the same field, but not directly.
Hmm.
So that's how it is, man. And that's why we say do your research, because your research can turn into an amazing investment play for you.
And
Yeah.
if you look at the healthcare space, it's been up overall. I mean, Moderna shot up a lot last week. That was a sign that you can look, but IBB, XBI, you can index or ETF your way into that if you guys are unsure, and then just hold for the long period of time. Like as we get older, we live longer. Genetics and biotech is going to be so important, probably 3 times as more important over the next 20 years. And even if you're looking at IBB right now, I mean, they've only had the last time they had a bad quarter, look, was in 2018. I mean, and then XBI has only had 8 bad quarters since 2010. I mean, it's a safe area. And the recessions, look at tech, pharma, biotech, and then you'll be safe. You'll be safe.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, I think that that's something that you have to just, it's not something that is really that hard to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that coronavirus is here, and that's something that is now going to become a seasonal situation. No matter
Are we
how
going
you
to talk
feel
about the
about
Fauci emails? I'm going to cut you off, but how deep we want to
yeah,
go
let's
into
let
them?
yeah. Well, we gotta tread thin lines here.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Gotta tread thin lines here.
Shout out to the
Shout out
devil.
to Reza Islam, man.
I told
He's
you
on
guys
his-
not to get that damn
He's on his
vaccine.
fifth.
And
He's on his fifth
Not banned again?
He's on his fifth Instagram page.
Yo, hold your head, Reza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting. I didn't text you this, but I wanted your thoughts because we're big fans of Amazon and obviously Tesla. The race to space has just intensified. So I want to know your thoughts on that. We saw Jeff Bezos decide that, you know what, I'm going out of space in the next month. I want like this race that between two companies, and obviously Amazon announced news today that they're also going to be same day delivery. So like how you order your groceries from Instacart, Amazon is now very close to having same day delivery. But that race to space, what are your thoughts from two giants in the CEO world?
I love Elon, but when Anonymous sent out that notice this weekend, Elon needs to tighten up a little bit, because when you start manipulating markets and you're having an adverse effect, that's not good. And then also, I mean, anyone that's studied, they know that the crypto investment was one of the best investments into the company. It's gonna be tough. And then Amazon is well capitalized. Jeff is a very shrewd CEO, very strategic, and they all have egos. So they all want to be first there. I don't know what's going to happen with these UFO emails and discoveries, but I kind of told you guys last year what I thought about the whole UFO and life on other planets thing.
You're big on a UFO situation.
I just think if you believe in God and all the universe and galaxies that He's created, we would have to be idiotic to think that we're the only life form in existence with all the solar systems and planets that are in the universe.
That's a fact.
Just be honest. Like, we can't be so arrogant to think that we are so special if God made all of the land and moon. Like, but I don't want to get into that. So I'm gonna just leave it there. But yeah, there has to be other life. Otherwise, like, why are they trying? Either that they're going to Mars because they want to destroy Earth and leave everyone else behind, or they know that there are other civilizations elsewhere. If this is your first time watching, don't hit me with the Alex Jones conspiracy thing, but just do some research. Do some research.
Oh man!
But there have been other.
They're gonna hit Ian with the lights. They're gonna hit him with the lights. Let's go to questions. They're gonna hit him with the Men in Black. They're gonna hit him with the Men in Black lights.
Yeah, I'm good.
They're gonna forget everything he ever thought about.
Yo, blink twice if you okay, bro.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Check on them. They're gonna clone them.
A lot of the technology that we get now is from prior civilizations. I'll say that, especially in comedic sciences and stuff. But I'm gonna stay off that. Yeah,
we got somebody you need to talk to.
You got to go on Inception.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
In the Wealth Podcast.
Shout out to my guy Billy Carson.
Billy Carson
is a legend.
A legend in the game.
A legend.
A legend in the game. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Billy
Most
Carson.
interesting man on earth.
For sure.
All right, well, let's try this.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.